What is a theory? For Kant, it was the architecture of judgment, the system of concepts that governs our possibilities of affirmation and negation. But Kant also knew that beneath this architecture there lies something older, a layer of cognition that precedes the very act of judgment. He called it synthesis, the hidden operation by which the manifold of intuition becomes intelligible. Synthesis is not logical, it is constructive. It is the preconceptual engine that binds sensation, space, and time into something that can later be called thought. In Kant's language, it was transcendental. In our language, it has become computational. That preconceptual ground has returned in contemporary philosophy of mind. As the ambitions of symbolic logic to capture cognition have faltered, the focus has shifted back to what Kant foresaw. That thought is not the manipulation of meanings, but the organization of activity. Paul Churchland stands at that turning point. And on the nature of theories, his article, he argues that our theories are our models of the world are underdetermined by stimuli. The data never dictate the structure of our understanding. Cognition for Churchland operates like a neural network, a function mapping an input vector to an output vector, transforming activation patterns into predictions and expectations. Each input is a distributed snapshot of the world, a constellation of simultaneous activations. What Kant once called the manifold, but here the manifold is no longer a static given awaiting form. It is dynamic, a self-organizing process of stabilization through iteration. Learning is no longer epistemic, it is thermodynamic. It is the cooling of chaos into recognizable order. This is the point where Kant's synthesis and Churchland's neurocomputationalism intersect. Both describe cognition as a system that must bind the multiple, not by appeal to analytic clarity, but by energetic necessity. Thought, in both frameworks, is the name we give to a process that resists dissipation. And this brings us back to the central claim of our metaphor, the thermodynamics of thought, that every theory, every logic, every structure of meaning is a cooling mechanism, a temporary equilibrium carved from the entropy of experience. To think is to reduce heat, to reason is to channel energy through conceptual machinery. But there are differences that must be spoken. Kant believed that synthesis takes place in a dimension of cognition where the mediation of the categories is already at work. There are consolidated patterns, part of the history or the sociological curriculum of the theory. There is the historical sedimentation of theoretical frameworks that shape how cognition organizes experience. What we might call a language of experience. Thus, there is coordination between moments. Language does not appear as an empty brain, nor as a symbolic form alienated from the cognitive process itself. Language is a mechanics of cognition that succeeded, a machine that allows the mind to begin again without starting from zero. Synthetically processed theories in this sense are not sterile codes, but crystallized neural victories. Correlations that endured, prevailed, and became metaphysical, they now mediate our reality, from which we never truly begin from scratch.